Welcome to the following presentation of Minor League Esports on the MLE Network.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here kicking off this Sunday evening with some more MLE action, still brought to you by APM Music. Your content turned up. I am your host, Foof, and I'm joined in the booth again. I guess they really like us here. Powder, welcome back, man. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you. I'm glad to be back here with you as well. I'm super excited for this tonight. We're coming down close to playoffs where every single game has playoff implications to it.
Very important. This is a true high in the sky battle here. The Sky Division #1 versus #2, the Aviators. They've been riding high almost the entire season. #1 in the Blue Conference. The Hawks, they are the wild card team. They currently sit at best in those three wild cards. So it's important for them to have a good showing tonight where you're for the Express, the Sabres. You are looking for the Aviators to try and get going early so that way your position can be improved.
Absolutely. And as for the Aviators, like you said, they're cruising right along. They're currently sitting at 38-17, first overall in their division. And for them, they can clinch the playoffs and the division if they go 5-0. So they're going to look for a clean sweep here.
It's going to be important to get your foot in the door here, as wild cards have that tendency to be, I hate to put it any other way, Powder, just a wild card. So it's up to these teams to try to play this really good squad, being the Aviators. They're the #1 team. They have played well all season. You get a chance in your divisional windup to play a playoff caliber team. So come in, set the tone, and then carry that into the playoffs.
Absolutely. That kind of momentum is going to be needed here when kind of just middle of the road, you're facing off against a hot team. You need to ride that momentum, give yourself the confidence to continue on for the rest of the regular season and carry yourself into the playoffs with that momentum to hopefully make a deep run as a Cinderella story.
I wouldn't put it that far yet. They are #2 in the division. They have looked good all season. It's just, this is divisional. You play your comfortable opponents. You play people you played at the beginning of the season. And I'll be honest, the Hawks, they want one back here. They want to put it on the Aviators and make them to be the team to beat on this blue side and in the Sky Division.
Yeah, 100%. Can't wait to get going with this. Aviators, it's... Honestly, if we're looking at predictions, I would say that the Aviators have a solid shot at taking this match. I don't know if they can do it in a sweep, but I wouldn't put it past them. So I think overall for my prediction, I would have Aviators taking this. I don't know about you, Foof, but I feel pretty confident with that.
It's going to be a hotly contested one the entire way, and I just think whoever gets off early is going to have a big chance. Monty, though, trying to do just that. A little bit unruly there, as I believe the challenger that they have rocking could not find the touch in the red. You have the Hawks bringing Incognito, but I'll stop that there as Kuro Kinjay puts an early one on.
Great start here for the Aviators. Immediately off the kickoff, he gets bumped in by the defense, and he just chips it up over and in 17 seconds in, and it's a goal for the Aviators.
Kinshi able to just read that play and realize how much space he was given by this Hawk squad, takes advantage of it, and now both teams had an opportunity. The Aviators, though, taking full advantage of it. Incognito looking for a pass, using that big-bodied car, but doesn't get a lot of power on it, so now he's in an awkward spot. Kuro up 15 it once again, and maybe we can get through the lineup here. You're already talking about Kuro on the Aviator side, but joined by Hyperion, on this white side. Incognito and Monty in the red this evening.
Monty now in the corner. Should the pass to Incognito too far back. Hyperion's able to get there first. Incognito bumped off that play. He cannot make the follow-up. Hiro Kenshi just chipping that ball up. Monty to get a touch. It's a back pass. He's got Incognito behind him, however. Down in the mid, neutral 50 taken. Hyperion going for a challenge against Monty, which he wins. Kuro Kenshi coming up. Does he even need to touch it? He does. He chips it up for Hyperion, who doesn't have the boost to catch up, and the Aviators just lost a good opportunity.
That was one where you don't want to see a teammate be selfless because that one wasn't on. You said it. He needed the touch and doesn't take it, so no goal being added to this score. Monty and Cog able to live dangerously for now, but they are still hemmed in on their side. Incognito has a touch there, but Kuro Kinshi stands tall, able to get the boost, going to collect the ball, having his cake and eating it too right now. And that's going to be, oh my goodness, it's going to be a goal too. Why not just have it all?
Kuro Kinshi just pulling out the sniper out of nowhere, waits for it to come down just a little bit. Incognito too far up, and his teammate is not able to make the save. It's 2-0 Aviators after a fantastic solo play from Kuro Kinshi.
Kinshi already making his case. 2 goals on the back of just 2 shots, so 100% shooting, and the Aviators flying ahead right now, firmly in control of game number 1.
Monty, he's in the corner now. Tries to gain possession, loses it for a second, he's able to get it back, just clearing it out towards mid where Hyperion awaits. It's back in the corner as Incognito chips it out, going for one more touch. He puts a shot on target, unexpected from the Aviators, and the deficit's in half.
This is a little tidbit we had from the pregame lobby. Monty called him the Golden FL Striker, and he comes in striking here, Powder, from midfield, able to redirect it, and I'll be honest, using a beautiful car while at it.
Oh, that's such a beautiful car. Love to see the Merc coming out in standard or in competitive gameplay like this. Now he uses that to get a good clear for the Hawks. Down in front, dangerously for Hyperion. He gives a freebie back to the Hawks.
Well, it is immediately knotted up, and 10 seconds before halftime, Hyperion caught in an awkward spot and then just making things bad to worse, pushing it in front of his net.
Big mistake there from Hyperion. It is tied up, but they've got plenty of time, and they had the momentum early. The Hawks racing back down on offense. Chooses to steal the boost. Now Monty is there. He doesn't find a touch, but Incognito will.
Oh, that's
back
a goal.
In, open net in front of him. He will find the net. 3 unanswered from the Hawks, and they take the lead.
Well, Hyperion pushes up, and then Kuro tries to follow a very quick turn. That Merc is deceptively agile, especially when you have that much boost in it. And all of a sudden, you said it, 3 unanswered, and the Hawks on top here.
Great turnaround from the beginning of this game. Now they might have offense once again. Genshi's a little slow to it, but he still gets there first. Playing it towards the side, looking for something on Incognito. Shot from Hyperion. Kenshi for the redirect. Hyperion is up, but he did not have the angle on it. Incognito will send it the other way. He's got Monty to the right of him. Instead takes a 50 on Kenshi. Monty forced to turn on it. Shipping it up, and Kenshi's there taking a shot. Monty for the save. Putting it away, but Hyperion to keep it in. Good job from the Aviators to keep this offense going, and Kenshi will slow it down up into the air. Not very high, and Incognito stopping that. The Aviators, again, though, doing a fantastic job of keeping sustained pressure.
That's a ball side rotation. That's dangerous because you force double commits, and I can't even get the statement out. You see 2 Hawks up and a goal scored immediately after.
Great 50 taken from Hyperion. He didn't actually even need a challenge. He just dishes it underneath the defense. A fantastic goal there. Ties the game back up. That is good to see from them after giving up a 2-goal lead. We'll have offense again, but Kenshi just kind of gives it to Incognito, who doesn't find the ball. 50 taken to keep it in as Kenshi hesitating as Hyperion, so it's sent the other way. Incognito waiting on this. Now he goes up, but he gets a touch straight down. Kenshi happy to sit and wait for it as he slows play down. The bump gives it to Monty. Into the corner. Hyperion gets an awkward touch, but it's still rolling in front. No one can get the goal. The Hawks remain on offense, though. They've got the pressure from Incognito. Monty chooses to rotate back, and it's actually the Aviators who are going to send this out.
Just realizing he was that last player back. Monty doesn't want to overcommit here. Hawks have scored in bunches here, making, 3 unanswered until it was able to be tied back up, so they don't want to overcommit, Powder. They want to play smart. It's still only game 1, and this is an easily winnable bout.
It absolutely is, especially when they started off with 2 quick goals. They can get this back. They just need a little bit more pressure, which it seems that they might have. Hyperion can't get it past Monty, and Monty will wait for the ball. Gets bumped, but not before he gets a touch out to the side. Hyperion will bang that into the corner and demoed for his efforts. Now, chance for the Hawks to send it the other way with time ticking down in game 1. Incognito slowing the play, gets bumped, taking a 50. It's pinched out towards the other side. Monty, he collects the 100 boost. Waiting just a bit, takes the shot. Hyperion save off of his crossbar. Kenchi's there. He'll send it off of his own backboard. Last seconds now is Incognito, shipping it high. Kenchi needs this save. He doesn't find it. Doesn't matter. It's too high. We have overtime in game 1.
Could not determine a winner in regulation, and that's how we do it. And I really think that's how we'll see these teams, as both teams will probably make it to the postseason. You can't find who wins in the regular season, so like it is put to play, these guys have to find a way past each other in new and inventive ways. Monty, though, able to dig this one out for now. Kuro, though, very quick turn, has a ball, but once again, just the combination of these red and blue cars standing tall at a moment's notice.
Oh, Kenchi's there. He gets the shot and the goal. The Aviators storm back to take game 1.
That just felt like he climbed the ladder and he just might not get there. And Monty baited way too far out of the goal, gives an easy shot to Kuro. I mean, it's not easy on the angle that he made to get there, but the absolute goal just being wide open. A great job of the Aviators to take advantage of that opportunity, and Kuro gets the hat trick, gets his team the win, and they start this Sunday evening off with a bang.
They absolutely did. I saw good play out of both teams. The Hawks showed heart and coming back, scoring 3 unanswered. Unfortunately, it was just too much in a bunch rather than spreading it out and getting that momentum towards the end as well. But the Aviators, great job from them, scoring 2 unanswered themselves to get the victory here in overtime.
6-8, that's the tally. Hawks had 6 shots. The Aviators had 8. They had the pressure when it mattered. Like you said, the Hawks able to score that big bunch, but then could not defend that little lead that they had. Goes to OT, and then you kind of wonder who can gain that first advantage. When the Aviators had the shot, they take it, and that's how they took game number 1.
They did for sure. We'll hop into game 2. The Hawks, unfortunately, dropping that game even after gaining that lead. We'll see how they fight back here in game 2. As we go on the kickoff, it is Aviators sending it into their offensive half, but it is directly at Monty. Hyperion down along the side wall, trying to chip it past Incognito. It gets a touch towards Kenchi, taking the shot, open net, it's in, and the Aviators start off similar to game 1.
A save and a clear will always be 2 different things. As Incognito gets the touch there, denying a shot, but does not clear it out of danger. Kuro Kenchi playing up with his teammate, playing where he needs to be, and good things happen when you're around the ball.
Returning onto the kickoff, only took 13 seconds to get the first one for the Aviators. Hopping it towards the side is Hyperion. Getting it out, Incognito with the ball. Now gets a flick over Hyperion, chasing down Kenchi, who's forced to jump. Results in an awkward touch that allows Monty to get it, but he just kind of gives away possession. He hits it right at Hyperion, who's now got the dribble and the 100 boost. Takes Incognito off the field. Good 50 taken. Sent to the other side. Incognito sitting, waiting for it. Slowing it down, popping it up after the challenge. And she's there. It bounces off of Hyperion. Hyperion with an opportunity. It might be too tough an angle. It is, but the Aviators still a good job of returning onto the offensive side.
We're at a familiar spot. The Hawks down 1 early, and the Aviators putting pressure on, but could not capitalize on one there. So, almost a true replay of what we saw in game number 1. This time, though, Hyperion not having enough boost instead of being unwilling to take that one on Kuro Kenchi's side. Monty was technically credited with a shot. Incognito doing so as well. Hyperion, though, getting a big-time clear to push this ball all the way back. The Hawks have to scramble here as Kuro keeps it high. Nito has to get the touch and does, clearing it out for the moment.
Monty now, he does finally get it out as Kenchi, that's an awkward touch, but he does have Hyperion in support. Good banger clear out, but Incognito's there first. Not the greatest of touches. Hyperion for the shot. Monty is there for the save. Out towards the side once again. Incognito has been liking the slow play. It hasn't always worked out. It is shut down once again. He's got to look to change that up because every time he goes to slow the ball down, the Aviators are taking challenges and sending it the other way.
Closing the gap and making any and all contests when they need to happen. The Aviators do not want to let this Hawk squad just kind of rekindle that offense that they can have. They scored in bunches, obviously, 3 unanswered, but then couldn't finish a game 1. So Incognito and Monty want to find each other and do it quickly, but you said it yourself. Incognito has this shifter where he wants to play at his own pace. He'll speed it up, slow it down. This is a lot of space given to Monty. There's 2 white cars and still a goal.
There's got to be some miscommunication here. Kenshi is not in a great spot. Hyperion, I think Hyperion actually did go for the save, but he flipped off the backboard instead of getting the touch, and that results in a tie game now for the Hawks.
I mean, that certainly is a way to get back into a game, and that's how the Hawks will do it. A wise man said, we take those, and I think the Hawks will do just that. Kuro Kenshi beat at midfield. Hyperion's not long for this world as he gets demoed, but Monty went for the boost, so he's not mid. Okay, he gets there in time, but a save from Kuro. So no, he doesn't get there in time. Tries to have both the resources and the shot, but it gave the defender enough time to get in the net and have the wherewithal to stop that one.
Still on offense, he's got a shot, and he finds it, slotting it through the defense. Monty makes up for previous mistakes and gives the Hawks the lead.
I mean, just getting rogue rated is a poor Aviator player. They were on the back where they're trying to play it right, Powder. There's just this absolute bull of a car called the Merc throwing them across the pitch and just removing them from the equation.
Hawks return to offense. Monty got stopped by Hyperion. Now Kuro Kenshi looking for some power on that shot, but Incognito sitting waiting. Slowing it down once again. Aviators giving him the space this time. Now they push up and they get the 50. Kenshi, one last touch by Monty. Hyperion for a tight angle shot. He passes it to himself. An incredible shot from him will tie it.
Something about really quick defenses and really tight angles. Both of these teams like playing around that, and Hyperion putting in another one here, folks. Tying this game up with just over 100 ticks left in the clock.
Great goals all around so far as now the Aviators. It's a great kickoff. Incognito's waiting there, and his big Merc body easily gets that stop. Now he gets one touch past Kenshi. And he beat out Hyperion. No, Hyperion challenges the ball as Incognito waits for it in the corner. Monty's there. Pass to Incognito. Pops off the corner. And Kenshi gets a slight bump on Incognito to shut down a shot opportunity. Now it's a 2-on-1, but Monty's too quick for it. He sends it the other way. Kenshi with the ball. Now Hyperion along the side. Once again, Incognito sending it right back in. A little bit of volleyball action as we go back and forth.
But now it's your easy touch from Monty. Nito throwing it once again off of the backboard behind an Aviator player. That tight angle coming to fruition again and again.
Seems like the name of the game at this point is these tight angles. These teams are just making it work somehow, some way. Back and forth we go. The Hawks back in the lead with 1:08 remaining. That's a good kickoff to possibly get some more offense as Kenshi dishes it past one. Incognito's there taking a challenge. Hyperion coming out victorious on that. Dribbling it out in the corner. Ooh. Good pass mid. Kuro Kenshi's there, but he thought Incognito would get the touch, and as a result, no shot is there, and they stay down.
An opportunity missed there by the Aviators, and Nito trying to find something, but only pushed it towards these white cars. The Octane of Hyperion loses control. He went for the boost instead of the ball, hoping Kuro can get something going here. Off the backboard, a 2-on-1 attempt. The double can't find its way. Neither can Hyperion. A big time clear. There are two red cars on this in by themselves, but Monty in the corner, over ambitious, doesn't find the pass, but it comes back anyway. If you love it, let it go. If it comes back, it loves you.
Both players in the corner right there. Kenshi didn't get the greatest of touches, but Hyperion decided to go after it. It was a little too risky, and it came back to bite him. Easy goal for Monty, and now with a 2-goal lead with 17 seconds, it's going to be tough for the Aviators to come back.
A tall task, but we have seen both of these teams score in bunches before in this season. Hawks doing it just a game ago, putting 3 back-to-back-to-back, but 7 ticks on this clock. Aviators probably not going to be able to get back in this one. 2-1. That's how it will fall. And the Hawks notch this series back up. A Sky Division battle continues to just get hotter and hotter as the games go on.
Hawks played fantastic. You look at the shots, 8 compared to 5, so a little more pressure from the Hawks overall between the two teams, and a lot more pressure than we saw in Game 1. It felt like the Aviators had it in their half more often than the Hawks did in the previous game, but the Hawks flipping that over, and now they have the pressure and they walk away with a 2-goal victory.
Well, the big difference maker was the plays coming from Incognito, and Obviously, you give them all the credits with 3 assists. The 4th should be on the board, but you don't count the one where they bump the player instead of the ball. They were making plays off of the ball, Powder. That is an important place to be. You might not appear on the scoreboard, but you will appear when your teammates are getting goals, getting shots, and getting wins.
100% Incognito being great support there. Like you said, 3 assists. That's a very good number for an individual game. So Incognito doing a great job being there for his teammates, getting those passes out when needed. And Monty, he's doing a fantastic job knocking him in. He had all 4 goals in the previous game, so that dynamic is working out perfectly for the Hawks right now.
Nito has a touch here over Kuro. Kuro has to back off. Hyperion trying to push a touch, but ends up throwing it off of his teammate's Fennec there. Hawks have control at midfield. They have the boost control. Monty, though, can't find this one as Kuro using a little bit of a turtle roll, and somehow it works. So he has ball control. He has the pass, looking for it off the backboard. Hyperion, though, does not want to overcommit. He wants to slow play this out, wants to find the touch that he loves, and trying to find it off the backboard. Denied once again by that red and blue Merc.
Still in. Kenshi, he's cut off by Monty, looking to carry this out. He gets it by Hyperion, but he does get a bump on him. It will slow down the Hawks for at least a second. Incognito pass off the backboard. Easy carry now for Hyperion with just Monty to beat. The excellent flick over, bangs off the post and in. Incredible solo play, and the Aviators have the lead.
Kuro pulls off, just goes off to go ahead and free Salvatore. Kills one-on-one, trusts Hyperion to win, and he does just that. The last defender, just a bump in the road towards that goal.
Great start from the Aviators. So they did start off the previous game similar with a goal, but they ended up giving away the game. We'll see if they can continue the pressure now. As that Incognito tries to get around on this, passes it over to Monty, who turns now, takes a shot that's wide. He can't beat out Hyperion, plays it by him. Incognito is there, though. Good shot. Ooh, that's just rolling in front. It was just off, rolling off the post. And Kenshi now with possession. He gets taken off the field, though. Incognito off the side wall, and the Hawks will return to offense.
We'll put that in past tense. Had possession until he died. So post-mortem losing control of the ball there. Monty, though, flipping awkwardly, handing it back to Kuro, the recently resurrected, but recently sent back to his own side. Hyperion, though, winning the 50, putting it behind the Hawks defender.
Great goal here. Oh my goodness, Monty, he's stuck in reverse, and it's just played in front of him, knowing he can't throw it the other way in time. Great goal once again, and now it's 2-0 for the Aviators.
This has been truly just waves of momentum, and you expect to see that like in a game, Powder. It's happening in the series. Aviators take game 1 in OT fashion, but the Hawks fought back, got 3 rapid-fire goals. Hawks win game number 2. This is seeming like Aviators right now. It's only been about 2 minutes past. Have firm control in game number 3 and looking to make their stamp on this series.
Monty looking for something, but Kenshi gets a good clear out. He will take the 100, or no, he doesn't get the 100, but he does get the demo. Slowing it down. Hyperion coming in, but Monty is there first off the corner. Now up is Hyperion. He's got Kenshi underneath, but Incognito will come in. He doesn't get the touch, and Monty's a bit awkward. Still in front, but he gets it out just enough, and Kenshi's shot is prevented.
Skin of their teeth. Nito now trying to catch it off the pass, and that's a beautiful pass and a better demo, but the finish leaving a little bit to be desired in the end. Nito unable to put the finishing touches on that gift.
Incognito, excellent pinch off the corner. Monty coming in, the save from Kenshi comes out. Incognito used the last of his boost, and now it results in nothing except Aviators offense. The shot is saved by Monty once again. Now coming in is Kenshi, winning that challenge. Good touch back to Hyperion, shipping it up, trying to get the double, cannot find it. Kenshi will turn, look for it to the other side, but it's Monty there sending it to the sidewall.
That was 2 Hawks players up. Thankfully, they live to fight another day for now, but Monty put the save on, but that's not a clear Kuro. Just slow and steady wins the race, and that's how they get their 3rd goal in this game.
Yeah, no reason to rush this. You see all 3 remaining players in the lobby up in front. Incognito does make it close, but you know you got time on that, so great decision to just take your time, slow it down, guarantee yourself the goal, and now the Aviators starting to run away with this.
3 goals up. We can't put past the Hawks, so they did score in bunches in game 1 and have scored a couple since then as well. Monty, though, in a lot of trouble, and that doesn't help there. Hyperion getting the hat trick.
Great pinch there, Monty. It's just, it just hurts to see. Just collects the ball in the middle of the net. Not what you want to do at all. Hyperion races up. Good pinch in. 4-0. And it's really starting to look like the Aviators are going to gain series advantage.
Ball still on this Aviator side. About 85 seconds so left in this game. Kuro going for a flick again, and this time Incognito cannot get there. Aviators just firmly in control and continuing to extend this lead.
Excellent flick there. Only had Incognito to beat. He just needs a little flick. Incognito cannot catch up. 5-0 Aviators. They have stormed back since the previous game loss, and they are really running away with this, poised to take a 2-1 series advantage. Assuming they can hold on to this, I don't see any reason they can't with the amount of pressure that they've been having and the lack of from the Hawks.
Well, you say it again, and Hyperion's looking for another one immediately. Incognito having to get up early. Kuro has a touch here, trying to find a teammate, but the only cars he'll find are those red and blue of the Hawks. Hawks down big. They want to find one for the road, that nice insurance goal, the one that gives them the momentum back to carry into game number 4.
Right, at this point, if you're the Hawks, you just got to look for anything to get yourself going for game 4. Even just one goal, maybe a good passing play to come out. You just need to try to find anything that's going to help you. Because if you don't have any momentum heading into the next one, the Aviators surely will, and they're going to come out just as angry as they did in this game.
Oh, that's a big-time dunk from Incognito, but the angle just isn't there. Unfortunately, in the end, I was really thinking that one would sneak in. Hawks still have the goose egg in the goal department. Not for lack of trying, though. Monty and Incognito putting a lot of pressure on here. Kuro, though, has the teammate clearing the way. Hyperion getting a huge bump just to deny any contest.
In the final seconds, it will result in an Aviators victory. Maybe something. Nope, it is just slammed straight to the ground, and the Aviators will shut out the Hawks to give themselves a 2-1 series lead. An excellent turnaround from the previous game.
It was all about the pressure powder. Hawks, 6 shots only. Aviators putting 9 on, and they had them hemmed in all game.
Absolutely. The Hawks couldn't get... I mean, it's not that they couldn't get anything. They had 6 shots, but the defense holding strong from the Aviators with 5 total saves. It's just nothing that the Hawks could find. Passing plays, individual plays, slowing it down, speeding it up. Nothing was working out, and it resulted in a shutout.
Well, in some ways that is true, but it was really just wherever the Hawks wanted to do, the Aviators stepped up and answered. They had a defender ready to either contest and make the shot more difficult, or had a car in the wing ready to make that save. So it's up to the Aviators to continue to have that defensive rotation and continue to have that midfield trap that allowed them so much pressure. Hawks, you got to kind of just wipe the slate clean, come into this game, and make it so we have a game 5. We're going to be playing all 5, but...
Yeah, we know what you mean. See if they can make it a more interesting game 5, let's say. See if we can see who gets the series in that game, but it is the Hawks. In the corner. Hyperion not getting that touch. Incognito's got a wide open net in front of him, and an excellent start to the game from the Hawks.
Well, Monty winning the kickoff huge, and then able to stay on top of the ball, dishing it out to Nito. Nito cleaning it up, playing that janitor role to perfection.
Returning onto the kickoff. Quick start from the Hawks, kind of a reversal of what we've seen in the previous 3 games. It's been the Aviators who have been getting early goals. We'll see if this can help out the Hawks propel themselves into the further stages of this game. Hyperion popping it up. Kenchi's there. And Incognito, what an incredible save. He keeps them up by 1.
Somehow there were 2 cars on the red side, and the Aviators still don't score. Incognito splits the 7-10 and makes a huge save, digging the ball out of his net. That looked like it was the surety tire before we got even to the minute mark, but Powder still a 1-goal deficit, and now Kuro looking for a touch here. He's going to try and get just enough boost to continue carrying it. A beautiful way to start us off.
What a fantastic goal here. The air dribble just gets one little touch, and that's all he needed to propel himself past the defense. Aviators tie the game.
They had to work so much harder for that second opportunity. But this time, Nito, no epic save, no godliness type touches. Hyperion goes for one there. Kuro Kenshi waiting here in the wing, has to make the save, and a nice touch there, but it's still in front of the net. Incognito cleans it up. The Hawks strike again.
Another great goal here. Kenshi doesn't find the touch, and Incognito taking advantage. Hyperion not able to catch up to that one. Hawks regain their lead very quickly.
Punch, counterpunch, punch, counterpunch, punch, counterpunch. That is what both of these teams continue to do. Monty has the ball here looking for his teammate, but maybe it'll find its way anyway. Nito had an opportunity there, but finds the post instead of the back of the net.
Kenshi dishes a pass. Incognito. Can he get around? Oh, a pinch off of each other. Goes just wide of the net. Kenshi turning back on that. Interesting choice, giving Monty the space, but not the boost. Sent a little bit wide. Kenshi still credited for the save. Incognito steals the 100 boost. Monty backflips on the play, but they do remain on offense. One misses. Incognito, that is a great dish past him. Hyperion will come up on this. Good pinch off the corner, and the Aviators are looking to get some offense.
They have an opportunity, but Kuro does not want to play up. He knows that he's the last man back, and if he reaches too far, Nito and Hamonti want to take advantage of it. A demo comes through as Nito looked for one, but caught the other. Hyperion now the lone Aviator on his own side. Monty goes post to post, no goal. Nito hits it as well, and now a mad dash towards his red side. Hyperion has it on the ball. Oh. I thought he wanted to go for the dribble. You've seen both of these Aviator players like the flicks, but he just pushed out way too far in front of him.
Incognito, one touch, but it's straight at Kuro Kenshi. Getting one more touch to beat the one defender. Hyperion's there, dropping it down for Kenshi. Incognito with the ball in the corner, sent back. Hyperion collecting. Monty is there, waiting, maybe going for something wave dash, but can't quite find it as Kenshi. Now, down along the back wall, sent out by Incognito. Doesn't have the boost to catch up to this, but it's still back to Monty. Sent into the corner again. Kenshi not finding the touch. Monty, a good touch into the corner. Incognito not quite there. Waiting for Hyperion, but he's beaten out along the back wall.
There
Hyperion has an open net in front of him. Easily taken advantage of, and it's tied.
Aviators find a way to strike back, beating Incognito, and that was the last man stepping up for the Hawks, so there is no one home here to even contest this ball. Hyperion taking advantage of that, and now it's a tied game at 2.
1:52 remaining in this. Hawks looking to send us a Game 5 tied 2-2. Incognito's taken off the field, allowing Hyperion to keep some offense going. Passing it mid. Kenshi's up. The shot will be off. Both committed for the Hawks, but nothing quite damaging coming out of that play. Good 50 from Monty. He's got to get another double commit from the Hawks. It's still passed off the backboard, but Incognito's not in position. That double commit possibly costing the Hawks a goal.
Well, it's going to be a quick turnaround here. Just about a minute and 20 seconds left. Monty chasing the ball, chasing opponents here. Can't find the pass, but Nito still has a touch here. He's going to try and work it out mid. Monty, though, unable to catch back up. Kuro runs it here, has the boost, has a lot of time, has a teammate out mid, but that ball falls off of the front of that Finnick. It rolls onto the undercarriage. The pass inaccurate.
Heading into the final minute of Game 4, tied 2-2. Hawks looking to take this game and tie the series. They've got the ball in their offensive half, but Hyperion looking to change that. The pass to Kenshi will be sent into the opposite corner. Monty gets beaten out by Hyperion. Incognito giving it right back to him. Pass to Kenshi. He turns back, wasting time a little bit, but Monty is there. Good send away. Follows it up with a pass off the back wall. Incognito again, but this isn't threes. No one is there rotating in, and it results in a clear from the Aviators.
It was strike 1 and strike 2, and unfortunately there's no one there to strike 3. So Hawks, 2 big opportunities, but they both put it off of the backboard backwards instead of towards the middle. Hyperion, though, credit with the save, trying to go all the way over, and does. And the Aviators do it again. A long-range goal, but only 10 techs left on the board.
Great shot from Hyperion. Gets one final touch over Monty, and he cannot catch up to it, and the Aviators have taken the lead with 10 seconds remaining. They are looking to secure themselves the series with this win, and all they got to do is hold for the next 10 seconds. Kenshi, that's a good clear, using his boost to possibly take a 50. Excellent, off the post. It will just roll to the ground, and the Aviators will get themselves the series.
They jump out 3-1 here with a series satisfying 3-2 victory over the Hawks. Hawks putting all the pressure on 9 shots. The Aviators had 8, so this was more back to status quo. Both the offenses humming, looking for plays, looking for each other, trying to find those opportunities. Aviators, they just had that long ball truly in their backpack and ready at any time. And once the Hawks stepped too far up, there were a pair of them, and that was a difference maker.
Right, that long-range play from Hyperion towards the end, but I meant for the Aviators, specifically for the entire game. Yeah, long ball was working out for them, and they were able to take the 50s needed, especially with Hyperion at the end, knocking it in. They secure themselves the series. They head into Game 5 up 3-1. The Hawks have to look to turn this around and keep some momentum going, because they get a little bit of momentum. They'll get a goal or two, but then they kind of lay off, and it allows the Aviators to start making a comeback, and the Hawks starting off with a goal. Monty, a long ball for himself.
I mean, it's what happens when you have two players on top of each other. Hyperion trying to press with his teammate, but the ball gets stalled at midfield. Monty sees that Hyperion's up, so just lining it up, putting it on, and taking advantage of just a miscommunication.
Turning to the kickoff, Monty sending it to the side where Incognito awaits, looking for the bottom left corner, but Kenshi is there first. Monty, one taken off the field for the Aviators. Incognito is able to slot it through, working that demo to perfection. It's 2-0.
A quick read there, realizing that Monty's pushing it up, and Kuro has to play by himself. Nito turns and waits for this ball just to come to him, and does it again and again. And now, like you said, Hawks up by 2.
They've had an excellent start. It's only been 20 seconds. They've already got 2 goals on the board, looking to make it more. That ball to Kenshi as he sends it the other way. Off the corner, off the backboard, and an opportunity. Double commit from the Aviators. Monty, though, not able to follow this up. It allows the Aviators to stay on. Pre-flip from Hyperion. Can't catch up to the ball. Instead, it's Monty. No boost. He has to slow this down. A 50 taken into the corner is Hyperion. Over towards Incognito, pinching it straight up. He get the follow-up touch. It's another neutral 50, but Monty, if he can catch up, has an open net. It's not powerful enough. The save from Hyperion, and they keep themselves alive.
Still keeping themselves alive. It's important to find some offense here, but it's only been about a minute taken off the clock. Aviators have a ton of time. They've done it before. They can do it again, but that's not if you give Incognito shots like that.
Using the space to perfection. Monty, a fantastic pass off the wall. Incognito does not hesitate, puts it top shelf, and the Hawks have a 3-0 lead. Just over a minute has passed by, and they are already starting to run away with this game.
Big time setup for the Hawks. You wish you'd seen it maybe a game before, but this is an important win for them. They want to take 2 off the Aviators, because when you take it off of the #1 team in your conference, and it's hard to do that at any point in time. So it's a confidence builder heading into these last couple of weeks. Incognito does it again. The hat trick given to them there.
Fantastic angle here. I don't know how he finds this. Just enough. And Kenshi, he's in the spot he needs to be, but he reacts to the shot a bit too slow. Not even a minute and a half in, and the Hawks are up 4-0. A fantastic start as they look to bring themselves another game.
It's going to be important here. The Hawks up big, want to continue putting the pressure on, but the Aviators need to create space for themselves. They need to find some of that Game 1, Game 3-ish magic that they had. And heck, some of that Game 4 magic. It's just bringing it back to where they were, but those demos are adding up from Monty. A nice touch there from Nito. He got it past one. Just getting a demo here, rubbing salt and dirt into that wound. They have control, they have the boost, and they have the ball.
Hyperion doesn't get the touch there. Kenshi with the 50 taken from Monty keeps offense on for the Hawks. Hyperion not finding a touch again. Just these whiffs coming up from the Aviators, and a miss there once again. The Aviators are making these mistakes, and the Hawks are punishing them for it.
Just like a Venus flytrap, anytime it touches, just immediately slams closed, and the Hawks ambush Predator-esque right now, just hopping on any opportunity.
Aviators, though they have secured themselves the series, they would love to walk away with a victory here. But right now, it's not looking good. We haven't even reached halftime. They're already down 5-0. It's a tough ask for them to come back, especially when the Hawks are still on offense. The Aviators, I'm looking at, haven't even registered a shot on target yet. It's been all Hawks to start this first half of Game 5.
All Hawks, all game right now. Monty finally giving us some pressure. Hyperion getting a beautiful touch, has the protractor out. That angle is absolutely absurd.
Does exactly what Incognito did to them. This one even an even tighter angle. Slots it past Incognito. 5-1 now. Starting to maybe mount a comeback. Like I said, a very tall order for them. But let's see if they're up to it. They've already gotten it started, and they've got time to work with getting that just past halftime.
Kuro has a touch here, trying to find another one, but ends up going too far down too quickly. Nito on his car. Another touch there, but Kuro coming ball side and pressuring it well. Hyperion, touch there, looking for it off the wall, but Monty intercepts. Kuro Kenshi puts a prodding touch on, trying to find Hyperion with the bump. That keeps the ball on this Hawk side. Another shot coming from Hyperion. Kuro, though, so far out at midfield, not pressing up, and 1:48 left, and they have to make up 4.
And right now, Hawks are not going to let that happen. They do get the ball right back. Incognito pinch off the corner. Monty, excellent position to be in to send that the other way. Just slip past the ball, and now that results in a send the other way, at least for a second for Hyperion. Straight up at the mid. Forces one to jump out of the way is Incognito, but Kuro Kenchi's still there first. A bang off the corner. Monty's got to get to this ball. Kenshi hesitating a bit. Possibly had a shot, but calculating it to maybe get something going as it's sent the other way. The Aviators still poking and prodding, but running out of time, and they still need 4.
A minute left. 60 ticks between the Hawks and taking a second game off of this squad. Aviators unable to find much on offense now as the ball continues to get stymied back into this white half. Kuro pushed it down, but the only car he's going to find is possibly that Merc, but it goes past it there. Hyperion waiting at midfield, and they are really content with this. They're just going to hold on to the ball. They're fine killing the clock and not giving up any other chances.
Right, there's no reason to make an effort to push up on field as that ball's off the crossbar, and Monty's gonna have a long-range shot once again to just increase that lead and secure themselves Game 5.
Well, I mean, there was no reason to press up, but now there is all the reason in the world. Powder, you want to get the Brazil, especially on a division opponent. You have 25 seconds to score that illustrious 7th goal.
Let's see if they can pull it out here with the time remaining on the clock. Aviators, they want to get one back. Yeah, they've already secured the series, but they want to avoid the Brazil, so at the very least, they're going to try to keep this out, but it's not working out so far. Kenshi, though, one touch. Incognito for an excellent stop. Remaining seconds tick down as it's sent the other way by Incognito. A touch up from Hyperion. One more towards the corner, but as this game comes to a close, the Hawks did a fantastic job of resetting from the previous game and coming out everything flying towards the net to give themselves the win.
Taking firm control of the situation that you're in, that is an important ability from any team, and a good team does it at most important moments, and this was a big moment for the Hawks. The series was not theirs, but they needed a win to continue hunting and staying above that 500 mark and continue to stay away from the lower wildcard spots. 2 big wins here allow them to kind of, I'm not going to say sit back in the upcoming weeks, but take it off of themselves to not press as hard, because if you go 4-1 or get 5-0'd here and you are in that wildcard shuffle, it gets a lot more difficult.
Right, as we said at the beginning, every game counts now, so the Hawks did a great job to take that last game and give themselves a little bit easier of a chance in the coming weeks, and just give themselves a little bit of confidence and take the pressure off of them heading into the final few matches.
It's an important thing, and I'll be honest, momentum is a huge thing. Both of these teams rolled with it well. They were able to capture it and use it, But once again, there's a reason why that Aviator team has been so dominant all season long, and they do it again over a divisional opponent, Powder. But that is only beginning of our stream. We have 3 more matches coming up as well. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with some more MLE action.